You're wondering why you haven't seen a whole lot of meaningful content from me within the past month. It's because at the end of last year, I was deeply considering drastically changing my social media and or getting off social media altogether. People ask me what the hardest part of working in healthcare advocacy is. By far, the hardest part is getting patients and healthcare workers, who are the biggest stakeholders, the most powerful stakeholders in healthcare, to stop pointing the finger at one another. I cannot make an advocacy video about one of these groups without the other group coming and saying, well, what about me? How is this going to affect me? If you're teaching patients how to negotiate medical bills, then we're not going to get paid. Or if you're teaching nurses how to refuse unsafe assignments, then nobody's going to care for my family member. Advocating for the rights of one group does not take away your rights. And showing the struggles of one group does not take away your struggles. Both sides have very deep-seated and legitimate hurt from the other side. I'm not denying that whatsoever. But I think if we look closer, we'll realize that most of that hurt is coming from broken systems that caused us to do things that we wouldn't naturally want to do. When I left my job at the hospital and started working in the advocacy world, I felt like I was a good nurse. I loved my patients, I took care of them well, and I still think that that's true. But in working in patient advocacy, I realized that I held some biases and subconscious beliefs about patients that ultimately were not true and were harmful. And many of the patients that I work with hold those same subconscious biases against healthcare workers. Realizing you hold those beliefs and working through that is uncomfortable. It is not fun at all, but it is necessary if we ever want to change how our healthcare system works. So I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep posting advocacy content for all sides. And if it pisses people off, it pisses people off. The only thing that I ask is if I make a post that makes you uncomfortable, before you react, sit in that uncomfortableness for a while and ask yourself why. Why are patients going into the ER for common colds? Why are nurses striking and leaving the bedside? Why can doctors only spend 15 minutes with you at an appointment? Keep asking yourself why, and I think that you'll realize that the other person is not actually the problem. The problem is actually much bigger than that, and that's what we need to focus on, and that's what we need to change.